Hello everyone, welcome to the Success Story series session on EduTap. And today I am really glad to have with me Mr. Dishant, who has recently cleared the RBI Grade B officer. So congratulations Dishant on becoming the RBI Grade B officer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
And today, my dear friends, let me tell you that in this session, we will be discussing the journey of Mr. Dishant of becoming the RBI Grade B officer. And let me tell you कि आप इस जर्नी को अपनी स्टोरी के साथ भी कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं एंड यू कैन रियली लर्न अ लॉट एंड टेक अ लॉट फ्रॉम हिम learn a lot from him because he's really an inspiration for all of you क्योंकि ही वाज आल्सो वर्किंग एस्पिरेंट और काफी वर्किंग एस्पिरेंट्स की क्वेरीज रहती कि सर वी आर नॉट एबल टू मैनेज द टाइम सो वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग एवरीथिंग इन द टुडेस पार्ट so Dishant, before moving ahead, please tell our aspirants about yourself, about your educational background.
So my name is Dishant, and I did my schooling from Jaipur, Rajasthan, in Kendriya Vidyalaya, and from there I did my graduation in B.Tech from IIT Kanpur in civil engineering, and then I worked as a software engineer in IFL Securities for 1.5 years, and now I'm currently working at Bar Technology for last 2 years. So yes, that's been my journey.
Okay. So, Dishant, can you tell our aspirants that how exactly the RBA happened? Because you are already a IIT graduate, right? And you are having the campus placement as well. So, when did you decided to go for the government examinations?
Yeah, so when I joined my first company, IFL Securities, so during that time, I come to know about the regulators like SEBI. So we have to follow some of the circulars from SEBI, and from there I got to know about there is one exam that is RBI Grade B manager level. So from there I started preparing in 2022. Yeah, that has been my journey for preparing for this exam.
Okay. So when you got to know about the regulator's role, like when you got to know about the RBI, so what exactly you find interesting that you decided to transition from your existing job and you had a aim of becoming the RBI Grade B officer?
Sir, I would say the kind of work and the work satisfaction that I will be getting while working for the country and the kind of I will be part of making the decisions which can impact a larger part of audience. So I think the impact of my work would be much more here, and that's what inspired me to prepare for this exam.
Okay. So apart from the RBI, did you also appeared in other examinations, Dishant?
Yeah, I appeared for SEBI also, and yeah, these I only prepared for regulatory exams.
Okay. And this was your, I think, third attempt as per our previous conversation, right? For the
Yes,
RBI. So
yes, sir.
how exactly you analyzed your preparation level when you appeared first in the RBI Grade B officer examination, then in the second attempt, and then your third attempt? तो क्या होता है कि काफी स्टूडेंट्स को एक प्रॉब्लम फेस होती है कि एनालिसिस में कि कैसे हम एनालाइज करें अपनी पिछले साल के प्रिपरेशन को एंड देन वी विल बी मूविंग एंड focusing on the loopholes so that we can convert our weak areas into our strength areas. What was your part?
So, sir, from first attempt, I knew that I'm good in QRE, but my ESI part is quite weak because I couldn't score well in the mains. And in my second attempt, I solely prepared for phase two examinations. I didn't prepared much for phase one. And in my second attempt, I realized I couldn't clear the cutoff due to reasoning. So in my second attempt, I realized that I need to give equal weightage to all of the areas and do not skip any one of them. So from there, I realized that phase one also require consistent practice. So thereafter, I started preparing for it very well. And this time also, the number of sheets were very less. So phase one is the main important part of this uh, examination. So I realized that.
Exactly. Apart from that, you also told me one part that basically, as you are an engineer, so you are
Yes.
more into the problem solving. But
Yes.
retaining the things, as we all know that in the
Mhm.
current affairs and in the static portion also, there are so many things which we are required to retain, right? So
Yes.
how exactly overcome that obstacle?
Yeah, so this was one of the main obstacle for me because I I tried to learn things, but I forget very easily. So this time, what I did, I prepared notes, and also rather than revising the whole PDF or the notes, I just prepared my own notes. And before examinations, I used to read them 2 to 3 times so that I can retain them bit better. And yes, that was my strategy. And also when I was revising my notes, I used to make some of the points that these are some of the important points which I need to look on. So this was my strategy. Rather than revising the whole PDF or the whole notes, I started preparing my own notes.
And
Yeah.
can you tell me the criteria that you used to use in order to
Mhm.
make your own notes and highlight that important information that you decided, okay, I will be covering this during the revision of before the examination?
Yes. So the data points basically, if there is any data which I see that is important, I can use in descriptive, or there might be a question in objective. So I prepared for that. I made notes of that so that I can retain them better.
So
So yeah,
basically, you must have used the analysis of the previous year questions, right? To
yeah,
have that idea.
yes, that idea.
Yeah.
And my 2 attempts also have helped me to know that these kind of questions can be asked. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think to all the aspirants, guys, please make sure that previous year questions analysis is really very important if you are in your first attempt. But if you have already appeared in the RB Grade B officer exam or any other examination, then kindly try to use that experience that, okay, these are the kind of questions which are being asked. And on the basis of that only, we are required to make sure, okay, we will be making our notes and then we will be moving ahead. Now,
Mhm.
one thing I would like to ask Dishant, that as you mentioned, that you
Mhm.
were working during your
Yes.
एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन राइट सो इवन
Yes.
काम करते हुए ही यू रियलाइज अबाउट द आरबीआई सो
Yes.
बेसिकली हाउ एग्जैक्टली यू मैनेज योर टाइम बिकॉज काफी एस्पिरेंट्स का ये डाउट रहता है कि सर हम काम कर रहे हैं वी आर वर्किंग एस्पिरेंट्स एंड वी आर नॉट हैविंग मच ऑफ द टाइम काफी हेक्टिक
Mhm.
जॉब है एंड वी आर जस्ट अनेबल टू फाइंड आउट द टाइम फॉर आवर प्रिपरेशन सो हाउ एग्जैक्टली
Yes.
यू ओवरकेम दैट ऑब्स्टिकल बिकॉज इट इज द पेन पॉइंट ऑफ सो मेनी एस्पिरेंट्स आउट देयर
सर आई एग्री। डिफिकल्ट तो होता है जब आपके पास जॉब हो, फुल टाइम जॉब हो और उसके साथ प्रिपेयर करना, बट आपको टाइम निकालना पड़ेगा उसके लिए। एंड मेरी जो सेकंड जॉब थी वो हाइब्रिड मोड में थी, तो मैं उसमें 2 दिन ऑफिस जाता था एंड 3 दिन घर से काम करता था। तो मैंने ये डिसाइड कर रखा था कि मेरा ऑफिस 11 बजे तक स्टार्ट होता था जब मैं घर से काम कर रहा हूँ। नहीं, मैं घर पे काम नहीं करता था, ऑफिस के लिए मैं 10 तक निकल जाता था। तो आई यूज टू स्टार्ट माई डे अर्ली। मैं 7 साढ़े 7 तक मैं न्यूज़पेपर अपने जो इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ें जो मुझे करनी है, पीआईबी पढ़ना है, RBI पढ़ना है, तो वो जो मेरे बैकलॉग्स थे वो कंप्लीट करने की कोशिश करता था। अगर वो मुझसे कंप्लीट नहीं होते थे तो मैं रात को भी बैठता था, बट आई हैड माई टारगेट्स कि मेरे को इस दिन या ये चीज़ पूरी कंप्लीट करनी है। तो उसमें फिर ज़्यादा टाइम लगे या मुझे ज़्यादा स्ट्रेच करना पड़े, आई यूज टू डू दैट। समटाइम्स ये भी होता था कि जब काम ज़्यादा होता है तो तब डिफिकल्ट हो जाती चीज़ें, बट उसके लिए फिर सैटरडे संडे आप यूटिलाइज कर सकते हो बेटर, और आप छुट्टियां भी अपनी इस तरीके से कर सकते हो कि ज़्यादा टाइम मिले एग्जाम से पहले।
ओके सो यहाँ पर आपने एक चीज मेंशन की दैट आई यूज टू मेक माय टारगेट्स ऑन द डेली
यस।
बेसिस राइट तो वो टारगेट्स किस बेसिस पर आप बनाते थे वो कैसे टारगेट्स होते थे लाइक एक कुछ स्टूडेंट्स कुछ क्या करते हैं कि ओके टुडे आई विल बी कवरिंग दिस होल मंथ डॉक्यूमेंट तो कुछ ऐसे टारगेट्स बनाए जाते हैं जो कि फिजिबल ही नहीं है राइट
यस।
सो हाउ एग्जैक्टली यू यूज टू मेक योर ओन टारगेट्स
तो सर बेसिक सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ जो मेरी प्रॉब्लम थी वो थी कि रिटेन
हम्म
करना। तो व्हाट आई यूज टू डू, मैं हर दिन जो भी करंट अफेयर्स होते थे
हम्म
और जो भी पीआईबी की न्यूज़ आई है वो उसी दिन करने की कंप्लीट कोशिश करता था। एंड जो सैटरडे संडे होता था उस दिन जितना भी मैंने कंपाइल किया डेटा उसको, और जो उस दिन का एनालिसिस है, उस दिन जो भी न्यूज़ है उसको कवर करने की कोशिश करता था। तो इस तरीके से मेरा रिवीजन भी हो जाता था एंड मेरे डेली के टारगेट्स भी कंप्लीट होते थे। तो ये स्ट्रेटेजी मैंने फॉलो की।
very important point that I would like to draw the people's attention here that he mentioned हर दिन he tried to make sure कि वो current affairs को cover कर रहे हैं और चाहे वो static target है या फिर current affair का target है but हर दिन that means the consistency is really the key और क्या होता है कि काफी बार like we are not able to cover up our targets so things
यस।
got piling on and that's how basically it creates the stress on that and I think that is the best solution that is the consistency to that.
यस। एंड जैसा आपने बोला स्ट्रेस, एक्चुअली स्ट्रेस उसी से होता है जब आप अपने टारगेट्स नहीं कंप्लीट कर पाते तो फिर
Hmm.
प्रॉब्लम होती है, फिर वो पाइलअप होती चीजें तब प्रॉब्लम होती है। एंड इफ यू कंप्लीट रेगुलरली देन इट्स बिकम इजियर एक्चुअली।
Exactly. So it's really important to believe in the process and not just seeking the shortcut results. Right. So apart from this, Dishant, क्योंकि like एज यू हैव ऑलरेडी मेंशन कि ठीक है आपने अपना डे प्लान किया सुबह स्टार्ट
हम्म,
किया बट स्टिल समटाइम्स यू नो कि देर आर टाइम्स दैट व्हेन समथिंग हैपन इन द जॉब इन द ऑफिस एंड
हम्म।
थिंग्स आर बेसिकली मेकिंग यू फीलिंग फ्रस्ट्रेटेड कि यार ऑफिस में भी कुछ ऐसा हुआ एंड नाउ आई एम नॉट इवन एबल टू कॉन्सेंट्रेट सो उस टाइम पर व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द सोल्यूशन फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स.
सर उस टाइम पे मैं कहूंगा कि जो चीज जो जिस टाइम पे इम्पोर्टेंट है आप वो करो। अगर आपका ऑफिस का काम बहुत
Hmm.
इंपॉर्टेंट है तो फिर उस वक्त आप थोड़ी देर के लिए इग्नोर कर सकते हो अपने टारगेट्स को, वो आप छुट्टी में या फिर वीकेंड्स पे नोटेट कर सकते हो। बट यस, मैंने भी यही किया था। मैं अपना ऑफिस का जो टारगेट था वो हमेशा कंप्लीट करता था। उस वक्त मैं आरबीआई के बारे में सोचता भी नहीं था। तो व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू लॉग इन माय लैपटॉप, उस टाइम पे मेरा दोनों का लैपटॉप अलग अलग है, ऑफिस का और ये
Hmm.
कंपनी का। तो जिस टाइम पे मैं जो चीज़ कर रहा हूँ उस पर ज़्यादा फोकस करने का ट्राई करता हूँ। तो क्योंकि दोनों इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो ये चीज़ मैंने देखो उसका। यस,
So in a nutshell, being in the present moment is the key,
यस,
right?
यस।
So apart from this, Dishant, can you tell our aspirants that what exactly were the different challenges that you faced during your whole journey?
तो सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज तो था कि मैं पहले दो अटेम्प्ट्स में नहीं क्लियर कर पाया। मुझे ये
Hmm.
बिलीव था कि मैं शायद पहले अटेम्प्ट ही क्लियर कर लूँ। बट जब दूसरा अटेम्प्ट हुआ तो मैं थोड़ा निराश था, क्योंकि मैं फर्स्ट फेज में क्लियर नहीं कर पाया था चीज़ें।
Hmm.
और मुझे ये नहीं लगता था कि मैं क्यूआरई में कभी शायद फेल हो पाऊंगा इस चीज़ में। But yes, that was the turning point for me, and from that I realized, and it was the most challenging task for me also. And thereafter, I decided that this will be my last attempt for RBA, and this time, if I clear, I will clear. Otherwise, I will be continuing with my job. So yes,
So I think that was a kind of wake up call for you. Ki basically we used to consider ki this is my strong area, but still
yes,
I missed the cutoff in that part.
yes, yes,
So at that point of time, basically we got lot stressed, right? So
yes,
how did you picked up yourself during those tough times? कि you basically decided कि first attempt में clear करना है and then you miss some cut off. So उस
yes,
टाइम पर कैसे आपने खुद को pick up किया and you started again from the scratch and you
yes.
attempted again the examination.
सर मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि एग्जाम में क्लियर कर सकता हूँ, बट मैं अपनी मिस्टेक से शायद नहीं कर पाया, या मुझ में मैं जितना
Hmm.
अपना आप दे सकता था 100%, मैं वो नहीं दे पाया। तो मैंने अपनी जो प्रॉब्लम्स जो मैंने फर्स्ट और सेकंड अटेम्प्ट में की उस पर
Hmm.
ज़्यादा एनालिसिस करने की कोशिश की। और मैंने ये डिसाइड कर लिया था कि हाँ, ये मेरा लास्ट अटेम्प्ट है, तो आई विल बी गिविंग इट माई फुल कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन विद माई फुल जील। सो उस तरीके से मैंने इसको प्रिपेयर किया। एंड ऑल्सो इस बार सीट्स बहुत कम थी, तो वो भी एक चैलेंजिंग थिंग थी। तो मैं ज़्यादा एक्सपेक्ट करके नहीं चल रहा था कि इस बार होगा या नहीं होगा। बट
Hmm.
मैंने ये सोचा था कि बस हाँ, मुझे इस बार सबसे अच्छा करना है, इवन इफ आई क्लियर और नॉट, दैट विल दैट आई कैन नॉट डिसाइड बिकॉज इट्स अ टफ गेम टू मी।
Okay, I'm having two things right now to discuss here, but एक चीज को आपने बहुत नॉर्मली बोला कि मुझे लगता था कि मैं कर सकता हूँ. आई थिंक ये सेल्फ बिलीफ होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है किसी भी एस्पिरेंट के अंदर. आप लाइफ में कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, अगर सेल्फ बिलीफ नहीं है तो आई थिंक इट रियली बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस टू एग्जीक्यूट एनी टास्क. So apart from it, the second important point is analyzing from the previous mistakes and analyze करने के बाद उसको accept करना काफी important है. Because there are people like they are just like कि उन्होंने एक अटेम्प्ट दिया देन दे अगेन वेंट टू द सेकंड अटेम्प्ट. सो हमें ब्लाइंडली सेकंड अटेम्प्ट में जाने से पहले आई थिंक इट्स रियली ग्रेट कि आप एनालाइज करें अपने पिछली प्रिपरेशन को, पिछले एग्जाम के स्कोर को, so that we can identify okay this was the area in which I am really required to work more and then I will be working on that, trying to identify the way कि कैसे वो किया जा सकता है and then we will be going to the next attempt.
एंड सर मैं एक और चीज़ मेंशन करना चाहूंगा इसमें। कुछ चीज़ें हमें रियलाइज नहीं होती है, बट जैसे मेरे
Hmm.
फ्रेंड्स थी, मेरी फैमिली थी, तो जब मैं उनसे शेयर करता था अपनी चीज़ें कि मैं इस
Hmm.
बार इसमें प्रॉब्लम में आया, तो वो कई बार एक
Hmm.
वेकअप कॉल दे देते हैं कि हाँ, तुम ये चीज़ सही नहीं कर रहे हो।
Hmm.
तो मेरे बहुत अच्छे फ्रेंड्स थे जो मेरे साथ अभी भी है, कॉलेज के फ्रेंड। तो उनसे मैं बात करता रहता था, तो उन्होंने भी मुझे काफ़ी हेल्प की। तो वहीं से मेरा थोड़ा एक आइडिया बन गया था कि अब मुझे किन चीज़ों पे काम करना है।
Definitely, I think it's really good to have such kind of friends and your circle who really want you to get selected. और आपको एक विदाउट इवन थिंकिंग कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू विल बी थिंकिंग अपॉन माय ओपिनियन, तो वो
Yes,
आपको एक क्लियर पिक्चर दिखाएं एंड दे विल गिव यू अ रैशनल अप्रोच दैट ओके दिस इज समथिंग ऑन व्हिच यू कैन डेफिनेटली वर्क ऑन.
yes, definitely.
So during this part, also would like to ask you one more important point that at times, like कभी कभी हम किसी टॉपिक में स्टक हो जाते हैं या फिर we are not getting the enough marks in the mock test, so we really feel very low, right? और हर एक एस्पिरेंट के जो ये पूरी जर्नी है इसमें एक ऐसा पॉइंट डेफिनेटली आता है. तो उस टाइम पर how basically you used to distress yourself and pick up yourself from that point?
सर ये मेरे साथ बहुत हुआ, ये जो मैं लास्ट अटेम्प्ट दे रहा था, थर्ड अटेम्प्ट, इसमें मेरे साथ बहुत हुआ। मैं सोच के चल रहा था क्यू आर इज माई स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट
Hmm.
अगेन, देन आई डिडंट स्कोर वेल बिकॉज व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड जस्ट गिविंग नोट्स, सो आई रियलाइज दैट yes, there are some mistakes which I am doing. I have to pick good questions. I don't have to pick the questions which are very long and very tough. I couldn't attempt in the examination. So मैंने इस बार थोड़ा अपना मेथोडोलॉजी चेंज किया। मैंने पहले क्वेश्चंस पिक कर किए इस बार,
Hmm.
right, rather than starting from the first question. So, and especially with quant and reasoning. So I have picked up my question first, then I start up attempting. So that was my approach this time, and it helped me a lot. It improved my marks compared to the previous approach that I had. Yeah.
Definitely, Dishant. Apart from that, how you used to distress yourself during those frustrated situations?
Yeah, I used to have call to my friends and to my family. So whenever I feel low, they are always there with me. So and they give me confidence. They realize more than what I think I can do. They think they know better about me than me. So they used to say, you can definitely clear it, and it's just a matter of luck or thing that you need to do. So and yes, इस टाइम पे जब सीट्स भी बहुत कम थी, तो वो एक कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत जरूरी था, एंड दे वर वेरी हेल्पफुल इन दैट।
So they were your supporting pillars in this journey of becoming the RBI Grade B officer exam.
यस,
That's really
वेरी।
great to hear, Dishant. So apart from this, did you also appeared in some mock interviews?
यस सर, आई अपीयर्ड ऑलमोस्ट जितने भी फ्री मॉक इंटरव्यूज थे, आई अपीयर्ड इन
Hmm.
दैम, एंड इट वाज अ गुड एक्सपीरियंस, स्पेशली विद एडुटैप। मैंने एडुटैप की जो इंटरव्यू ट्रांसक्रिप्ट्स थे वो फॉलो किए,
Hmm.
एंड सिर्फ एक बार नहीं, दो तीन बार मैंने लास्ट में वो एक बार मैं पढ़ के गया था। एंड ऑल्सो आई ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द आंसर्स, जब जहाँ पे भी आंसर्स मेंशन नहीं थे तो मैंने चैट जीपीटी से वो वापस गो थ्रू किए, एंड रियली उसमें से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आए। ऑलमोस्ट आई कैन से 80% of questions were from there. Some of the questions were very hard. If they were asked me at the first time, I couldn't have answered it. But yes, I have gone through them before the interview. Due to the transcripts, it helped me a lot. And apart from this, the feedback that I received from the interviewers was also very good. It helped me. It gave me confidence in my real interview. So yes, it was very helpful for me. Yes.
So how was the panel at EduTap and how did it really help you in the actual interview, Dishant?
Yes, actually, before starting, I had a session with one of the teachers here, and at that time, I was not delivering the answer properly. He asked me one of the question. I was interested in fintech, so he asked me a question about fintech, what RBI did in fintech. So I was completely stuck at that point of time, and I couldn't frame the answer. Although I knew, but it requires you to make points or answer it in a better way. So you for that, it helped me a lot, and the sir also had given me a very good feedback. And also, I joined one of the courses on Telegram.
Hmm.
So there were regular sessions, boot camp sessions. It was very wonderful, and the mirror technique that sir has told, I followed it thoroughly. Yes, it gave me a lot of confidence, and I would honestly say I cleared the exam because of interview, because my interview marks were very good, and due to which I cleared this exam. So I'm very thankful to EduTap team.
It's really good to hear that, and I think that is really going to encourage the team as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Apart from this, Dishant, we all know that at present, we are having ample of resources for
Yes.
these competitive examinations, right? So at this point of time, how did you manage your resources? You were doing self preparation or you took some coaching? So can you please tell our aspirants?
सर मैंने लास्ट अटेम्प्ट में कोचिंग ली थी, बट सिंस मैं फेज टू क्लियर नहीं कर पाया था, तो मेरे
Hmm.
इतना यूजफुल नहीं हो पाई वो चीज़। And in my third attempt, I realized from my last two attempts that there are a few things that are required to be done. Like you have to follow the RBI circulars, you have to do PIB, you have to follow the current affairs magazine, and do government schemes. So I had one
Mm.
of the sources from YouTube. It was free source, and I prepared from there. I prepared notes, and then I just read my notes, and that was very helpful for me. So rather than going into different materials, I followed one of the materials and thoroughly prepared it. And yeah, there were a lot of questions from there. So yes, it helped me a lot.
So I think that is really a very important message for the aspirants. Ki it's not like ki you have to follow 2 to 3 sources. Even if you are having a single source and you are completing that properly, then I think it is more than sufficient to clear the examination.
Yes. And I also like to add newspaper also plays an important role during the interview, especially.
Hmm.
And apart from this, while I was preparing for phase one and phase two, before that I used to read newspaper to maintain the consistency.
Hmm.
And during phase one and phase two, I didn't get that much time for preparing for it. But yes, it helped me phrasing my answers while descriptive writing. So newspaper is also one of the important things that we can add to maintain your consistency for reading things. Yeah. So it helped me a lot.
Definitely. So I think, guys, you can definitely learn all of these aspects from Dishant. And if you will also be using these techniques and the way Dishant has been through his journey of becoming the RB Grade B officer, definitely you can also become the next officer in your desired examination, right? Apart from that, Dishant, as it was a third attempt, right? After failing in the 2 attempts, then moving to the third attempt, at any point of time you felt like कि यार बस बहुत हुआ, like बहुत प्रिपरेशन हुई, अब कुछ और करते हैं, या फिर और आई कैन जस्ट फोकस ऑन माय जॉब ओनली?
सर ये मेरे साथ सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट में हो गया था आई वॉज बिट ऑफ फ्रस्ट्रेटेड कि I was not able to clear the phase one examination. So I had a constant doubt during that period of time. And yes, just I said, I decided this will be my last attempt. And after that, I will be good in my job and I will be focusing there only because it takes a lot of effort to prepare simultaneously. So this time I decided that it will be the last attempt, and if I clear it, I will clear it. Otherwise, I will be happy in my job. So yeah, that was it.
So what exactly you decided that point of time? Actually, so many emotions are going on during this time,
Yes,
when you're really doubtful, right? But at that point of time, having that strong self belief and your good support system and
yes,
your consistency, I think these are the major pillars which helps us to
yes.
go through that part and become
Yes.
successful, right?
Yeah, I would also like to add one thing. I try to keep things simple this time. Just like our parents say, get up early in the morning, do your task early, and I followed that. So I started my day early, and that just I said, and keep what is required rather than thinking about what can happen. Because there were lots of things happening this time, as the number of
Mm.
seats also as a number of seats. So yes, so I try to keep things simple and keep myself consistent and stress free by completing my targets.
सो
So
ये आपके मन में नहीं आया दिशांत कि इस बार सीट्स काफी कम है, पहले ज्यादा थी, उस टाइम पे नहीं हो पाया तो अब कैसे हो पाएगा? सो एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम सो मेनी स्टूडेंट्स बेसिकली स्टार्ट डाउटिंग themselves. Please give some throw some light to those aspirants कि what you should think during that time.
सर ऑनेस्टली मैं कहूँगा मेरे मेरे साथ ये डाउट था जब मैंने
Hmm.
फेज वन क्लियर किया था बट मैं यही सोच के चल रहा था कि फेज वन विल बी द मेजर डिसाइडर दिस टाइम बिकॉज बहुत सारे लोग फेज वन में ही चले जाएंगे एंड देन इन प्रोपोर्शन सीट्स विल रिमेन अब जैसे पहले कंपटीशन था वैसे ही रहेगा मतलब मेंस के बाद वन थर्ड लोग ही सेलेक्ट होंगे
Hmm.
वैसा ही कंपटीशन रहेगा तो फेज वन विल बी द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग दिस टाइम सो मैंने इस बार सिर्फ फेज वन पे बहुत ज्यादा फोकस किया था कि मैं कैसे भी करके फेज वन क्लियर कर लूँ और फेज वन में इस बार मार्क्स भी बहुत सेक्शनल कट ऑफ बहुत अलग अलग थी तो
Hmm.
यू हैव टू स्कोर वेल इन एवरी सब्जेक्ट सो यस मेरे पे भी सेल्फ डाउट आया था बट फेज वन के बाद वो थोड़ा कम हो गया था क्योंकि मैंने फेज वन क्लियर किया देन आई न्यू कि ये पहले जैसे कंपटीशन हो गया है एंड नाउ यू हैव टू कम्पीट लाइक अर्लियर सो दैट वाज द थिंग
डेफिनेटली। और इससे पहले आपने एक चीज कही थी अबाउट थिंकिंग, नॉट थिंकिंग मच अबाउट डिफरेंट थिंग्स बट जस्ट
Yes,
फोकसिंग ऑन द प्रिपरेशन. सो
yes,
देर आर
of
सो
course.
मेनी एस्पिरेंट्स हु स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग अबाउट देयर रिजल्ट कि ओके, एंड दे स्टार्ट एसोसिएटिंग everything related to their life, around their life, to that result only, ki when I will become
Yes,
RB grade B officer, then I will do that. So
yeah.
what you would like to tell those aspirants, and how you can
Uh,
detach yourself from that result
yeah.
and being more focused on your preparation?
So I was also one of them. Started like thinking like them. But yes, when I realized that it will not help me much, the only thing that can help me is maintaining my consistency. And also, sir, from my earlier days when I was preparing for IIT, I realized what things I did at that point of time. I was just focusing on my study and the things I can do. I was not much thinking about the results, and I was following my daily routine, which helped me to clear that exam. So I just went through that time, what I did at that point of period of time. So I realized most of the things from there, just like selecting the questions, like what I did in this attempt. I take that inspiration from my earlier times when I prepared for that exam. So yes, it also helped me a lot. So focusing on what you can do will help you much better than thinking about the results. Yeah.
So basically, summarizing this, it is not a 10-day exercise. I think it is the
Yes.
consistency and the routine
Mm.
that you are following since long, and that is basically going to help you out in your in getting those desired results. And
Yes.
again, we are not required to think about the results. We are just required to focus upon what we can do in the present moment.
Yes. Yes, sir. Exactly.
So Dishant, one more important point. So, what makes your success really special?
Sir, I would say this time when things were difficult, and considering that I thought it will be my last attempt, and it was very much satisfying for me to clear in this attempt, because it was the most hardest challenging task for me this time around compared to the last two attempts when things were quite easy but not that much easy. But yes, it was much challenging this time. So when I cleared this, I got more satisfaction.
Okay.
Gives a lot of confidence.
Definitely. So that's how we basically get this confidence boost, and I hope guys that you will also get this confidence boost, because I think it is really a very common story that Dishant is having, and from these common stories only, but their grit, their determination, this is something which is very unique, and that's how you are also required to see your challenges and see what you can do in the present moment, and just stay confident, have good strong self belief, which is basically help you to become the RB Grade B officer, or be it any exam that you want to
Yes,
clear in your life.
yes. That's the main thing you can do. Yeah.
Yes. So Dishant, one final question. How did EduTap help you in becoming the RB Grade B officer?
Sir, as I said, EduTap has a very important role. The transcripts were very helpful, and the session that I had with the sir
Mm,
and the interview boot camp session was very,
mm,
very helpful for me. I followed it thoroughly, and the mirror technique, as I said, which sir mentioned, was very, very helpful. I was very confident in the interview. Although when I am interviewing online, I couldn't smile much, but at that point of time, I was smiling and I was in a good,
mm.
confident mood. So yes, definitely the things that I prepared helped me. So that's why I was very much confident in the interview panel room, and yeah, that gives me a special confidence. The interview bootcamp session. So I would be very grateful for that session to be happened. And yes, I made notes from that. I followed everything whatever that was taught in that session. So it was very helpful for me.
So it's really great to hear that, although little, but we had that little contribution in you becoming the RBI Grade B officer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Interview, I would definitely say interview was the icebreaker for me because it was, I received most marks in my interview, and because of it, too, I got selected. Yeah.
Okay. So it was really great conversation with you, Dishant, and I think our aspirants have really learned a lot from you. And really, you are a true inspiration, because it is really very difficult for clearing the examination when you are in a full-time job. And but you have done it, and it really shows and indicates that the other people out there who are basically right now being in their office and watching this interview, so they will also now have that self confidence in themselves that yes, if Dishant can, then we also can.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So thank you for giving us your time, Dishant, and on the whole behalf of EduTap team and from the behalf of all aspirants, we would like to congratulate you on becoming the RBI Grade B officer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for the interview program. Thank you.
So, my dear friends, we will keep on coming up with such more success stories series. And till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.